Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to give you guys an introduction into our next build. But first, I wanted to say thank you guys for 5,000 subscribers. We're not quite there yet, but I think we might be by the time this video goes up. And just so you know, that is what has motivated me to go ahead and take on a new project. But let me quit talking about it and let you guys check the new project out. So what you guys just saw is a 1995 OBS Chevy truck. There's some controversy over whether or not it's an OBS. It's an OBS. Google an OBS Chevy. That's what it is. But it is a very clean truck, as you can see. Extremely clean. It has been painted once, but as far as the rockers and cab corners go, they're relatively decent. We do have to fix a few things on the truck. And I'll show you guys that in a later video. I just wanted you guys to get familiar with the truck now. We're going to take it on a drive and kind of review it. This thing is slow. It's pretty ugly for being a short bed OBS Chevy. Somebody had painted it once before, but the worst thing about it is extremely loud. I think right after the catalytic converters, the exhaust is cut off, and this thing is so loud that it's super annoying to drive. I mean, it's almost unbearable. I'm all about loud cars. I am about loud and obnoxious vehicles, but this thing is, well, for one, it's a 4.3, so it sounds like absolute crap, and it's just horrible. But anyways, I wanted to show you guys what's under the hood. You can see here it's got a 4.3 V6. And I'm guessing that you guys already know what our plans are for that. So you can't do an OBS build and then not put an LS in it, unless it's like a 454 SS truck or something. But I think this truck is going to get one of these engines, probably a 6.0. I'm gonna say I want to do a 6.0. We'll probably do a factory style harness. We might do Holley EFI, do like a Terminator X kit, just depends. But I would like the dash to work and everything, so we're gonna aim for that. I also want to make the AC work, so we're going to attempt to do that. But this will be our first LS swap on the channel. I've done many of them before, but this will be the first one that I record and show you guys. So you guys can kind of follow along. If you have an OBS Chevy or a 90s, 80s or 90s style truck, you can follow along and maybe learn a couple things. These swaps are super simple, very easy, probably one of the easiest things to put an LS in. But we're going to definitely need to do that to this truck to complete it. And then also, I need your guys' help in deciding a color for this thing. Search up some Google images, check out what colors look best on this. I'm really thinking that this truck would look amazing if it was like a very bright red or a like Nardo gray / battleship gray. Obviously like a glossy gray, kind of like a primer color, just glossy on the outside. I really think that that would look good. We're obviously going to upgrade the wheels on this thing. Those wheels just aren't gonna cut it. This thing is probably going to get, at minimum, some 20-inch wheels, maybe some 22s, maybe some 24s if we can find them, and they're not crazy expensive. You know, I do want the truck to be functional, so I'm leaning more towards like 20s or 22s, but you see those donks out there now with 26s, 28s, making 9-second passes in the quarter mile and stuff, so I'm not too worried about getting too big of wheels, as long as this thing's still plenty drivable and we're able to mess around in it. I do want this truck to make 450, 500-ish horsepower, so we are probably going to go with a cam, some valve springs, obviously do lifters and etc. Probably a Trailblazer SS intake manifold, And then we'll go from there. I do have some nitrous kits that we can put on it. I also have a Hooker Blackheart turbo kit up there, turbo manifolds, and I also have a S488 VS Racing turbo. So if we really wanted to get wild with this thing, we absolutely could. But let me know down in the comments what you want to see out of this truck. And one last thing before we take this thing out and test drive it as it is, what do you guys want to see us do with the 4.3? Do you want to see an engine oil test where we put like maple syrup in the crankcase and see how long it'll run? Do you want us to spray this thing down with nitrous until it absolutely destroys itself? We can do that on the dyno over at Showroom Shine with my buddies Cody and Justin. We can do all kinds of things with it, but it's got to come out either way, and we may as well have some fun with it. No, these engines aren't worth anything. Nobody cares about them. Nobody wants them. Nobody's replacing their OBS Chevy with another 4.3. So there's no desire for it. I even put it up for sale just for a little bit, just to see if anybody wanted it. But nobody bid on it, so I took the post down, and now we are going to destroy the thing. So let me know how you guys want to see it destroyed. But regardless, it's coming out, so we may as well have fun with it. The next clip that you guys are going to see is of us test driving this truck and just going over it, kind of doing a before video so that we have some good content to do an after video. But stay tuned and let's go rip this thing. All right, guys, so we are in the OBS. It's extremely loud, as you can probably tell. Extremely bouncy, which has to do with the lowering kit that somebody put on this truck. They did not do it correctly. And I think worst of all, it smells like cigarettes in here horribly. I can't stand the smell of cigarettes, especially not in a truck like this where it's just overbearing. But it runs and drives. That's about all I can say. It's pretty much, there's the bouncing. It's pretty much gutless. This motor makes absolutely no power at all. The transmission slips when it's cold. It's really quite a piece of crap, which I don't really care. The guy didn't tell me about all these problems. But it hasn't really bothered me because I'm putting an LS in it anyways. Transmission's getting changed anyways, so who really cares? But we are actually headed to go get the title done for this thing, and I'm going to take you guys along with me, and we're going to do a little driving with the truck. So stick around, and hopefully we make it there. All right, I'm going to do a quick pull for you guys. And there's 70. So that took a while. It probably makes like 120 horsepower, and it's about as loud as a top fuel car. So yeah, pretty uncomfortable. When a car guy buys a vehicle, one question goes through his mind. It goes through everyone's mind. Well, car guys. It goes through all their mind whenever they buy a new car. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a Prius. It could be a Mustang, a Camaro. It could be whatever. We don't discriminate, us car guys. And that question is, will it do a burnout? So, I mean, we got to find out. We can't just be left in the air like that. So let's go see if this thing will do a burnout. It is a little bit wet out, so that probably helped it. Like I said, this thing doesn't make much power, but I hope you guys are just as excited as I am to build this truck. Don't forget to let me know what color you think I should paint it down in the comments, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.